All right, we're good?
Yep.
Sweet.
We are live.
Cool. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello. So what are we going to talk about?
So today we're going to talk about EVPs.
I've heard a couple of those on your videos.
Yep. Yeah, so we captured some EVPs at the last investigation at Pictograph Mountain. And then I was also going back at one of our videos, the one that's titled In the Trees.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some EVPs, I believe, in that video that we missed. So I'm going to give you a timestamp here in a little bit. So I'm just going to wait until a little bit more people come in.
Cool. Yeah.
See who's in here. Let's see here. Hello, Gabe. Hello, Terry.
What's up, Gabe?
What's up, Fabian? Hello, Myra. Welcome. If you guys can share this out, that would be greatly appreciated. If you guys have the ability to share it out, please share the stream out. Thank you. So
tell us more.
So the video that's titled "In the Trees," at the 12-minute 32-second mark in the video, you can hear. You know, you gotta use earbuds
or earphones.
Yeah, or headphones. But you hear what I'm hearing is they see us.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one. Yes, I did hear that one.
Yeah. So, and that's the picture that at the beginning of the video you see the picture, and there's something circled at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
So there's two. We believe it's two creatures, or an apparition. I mean, or something. But there's two of them in the picture. One circle, like I told you, on the left, and it's staring at me. And then there's one that's not circled towards the right. You got to pause the video, and you got to look at it, okay? Look towards the right, and you're going to see something like it's like sitting down or squatting, and it's also staring at me, okay? So it's in around that same time is when the EVP is captured. I was looking in the video, so you guys need to check that out. And I believe there's another one right at the beginning, but I'm not quite sure. It kind of sounds like it's more of a whisper, but it's at the minute 48 second mark of the video. But the good one that you can hear clearly is at the 12-minute 32-second mark. And again, that's the area where me and Jesus were out there, and we can feel that stuff was around.
There was definitely a presence there.
Yeah.
It felt like somebody was watching us, but really there's nobody there. Mm-hmm. It's an abandoned ranch. Yes. It's very overgrown. Another thing that we noticed when we did a follow-up is that something or someone's been out there digging a big pit. And I mean, we don't understand why they would be digging a pit, and there's no evidence of heavy machinery being used to dig up that pit.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, that's...
And I still got to do another video. I haven't done that follow-up video. But, yeah, I mean, everything's overgrown now. But, I mean, I pass through that area every day, and that whole area has changed. Like the tree, the scenery has changed. The trees have changed. And you can say it's the wind or the weather, but it hasn't really been windy here in the last couple of weeks. And you can see more like branches being snapped. It's just changed. Like every week it changes. Really, Barnable, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Hello, Christina and Sun Go Squad. Thank you for joining. So, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. And so I'm starting to go back on our videos. I know your schedule is very hectic right now with work. So I'm starting to go back when I have free time, checking our videos, our past videos, and hearing them with earbuds, and just going through them very carefully, and see if we get any EVPs in those now. You know, because since of the last video we did at Pictograph Mountain.
And on one of those videos, we even get a name, right? It said Corey, I believe. It says Corey, they see us, and my name's Jesus. Your name's Javier,
Right.
how are we gonna?
Yeah, and you weren't there for that video with us. It was Alan from Squash Zone and Adolf, and that's not their name, and it wasn't them. That one EVP, that third one towards the minute mark, I believe, was the hour mark. I think it was around the hour mark. We got to go back and check, but it's the third EVP that's really clear that you can hear it. And people are saying they hear Corey run or hurry run, something in that.
In that realm.
Yeah, exactly. Carl and Bill King, welcome. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
Again, guys, if you guys can share this out, you have the ability to share it out, share the stream out, please do so. We appreciate it. So that's what I'm working on the EVPs right now.
Yeah, and very interesting. I mean, I hear them too. Going back and reviewing the videos, I do hear them, and I mean, kind of creeps me out a little bit because I mean, we're thinking we're out there by ourselves, and it almost seems like we're being stalked.
Yeah, and when we're out there, I feel something. Even if you watch the video, I know it's a long video. That pictograph one, it's an hour and a half. I left it like that just because of the amount of EVPs that were on that we captured, and I wanted to see if anybody else could hear EVPs when they watch it. That's something that we missed, or if I just wanted to leave it raw footage.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so long. Hello, Adolf. Thank you for joining, Adolf.
Hey, what's up, Adolf?
So yeah, that's the only reason why it was so long. I left it so long. We didn't edit anything out. It's the way it was done. It's raw. But I just wanted, like I said, in case we missed any EVPs, I wanted people to hear, to let me know through the comments.
Yeah.
And there was other two EVPs. The first one that happened early, it sounds like a whisper. To me, I can't tell if it was saying something, but to me it was like a female, and it was a whisper or something in that nature. And then the second one, I don't know what language it was, but the second one you can hear it say something like namatoi or something in that nature also. I don't understand I don't think it's English and I don't think it's Spanish.
But we looked it up on online, and it ended up being a Greek word.
Yeah, it was
namatoi.
Namatoi is what we looked up, and it was a Greek word meaning spring water or fountain.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't.
And that's again at that Pictograph Mountain, right?
Pictograph Mountain.
So there has to be some natural spring coming out of that mountain, where Native American people probably used to drink water and use it for other daily life activities.
So I got some more information about that mountain that I didn't know about. I actually played the EVPs to the property owner around that mountain, and he doesn't believe in any of this, paranormal stuff. But I played it to him, and he was surprised. But what happened is that he opened up for some reason. He opened up and told me more about this mountain, and now he's telling me on this other side of this mountain, in a certain area, there's more paintings, and in between these two big rocks, there's a huge painting of a face. There's a big face, and he that's all he said. He goes, "You need to go out there. You guys need to go look for it." I can't. He goes, he can't walk up that hill anymore. He's had surgery on his knee, so he can't really move right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not really mobile. So he said, "You guys need to go in this area." He told me the area. So we need to go back out there and look for that. And he also told me about another area that there's actually rock carvings. It's carved in the stone. There's images carved in the stone. And he told me, and I didn't know anything about those.
Yeah.
So this is all new information coming to us. So.
And we didn't even know the location of the first set of pictographs, right? We had to go up there and look for them.
We had to look for them, yeah. Yeah, so now there's rock carvings up there also, so we're going to have to go look for those. And he's also told me that there is, at the certain time of day, when you're on top of this mountain, looking down the valley of the mountain, or looking down the mountain, At certain times of the day, you can see stuff. But that's all he told me. I asked him what kind of stuff. He goes, I can't explain it, but he goes, at a certain time of day, and it's only at a certain time of day that you can see stuff that's not, that doesn't look natural. That's all it said. It's like, man, we gotta, now
we gotta go back up
we
there.
gotta go back up there and explore this mountain again. Um, so I'm excited. You know, we got some more things we need to look for.
Definitely, because I mean, the first time we went up there, we were under the impression that they only had that one pictograph section, right? So we went up
Right.
there looking for it, found it. We were able to take pictures, but then you know, just talking to you recently, you told me what this property owner had let you know. So that's really intrigued us to want to go back out there and do further more research on that area. Last time the first time you and I went, we couldn't go any further because there was a lot of poison ivy, I believe.
Yeah, there was a lot of poison oak. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and that's around that same area that he's telling you that there's this other stuff there, right?
Exactly. Yeah, there's that area has a bunch of poison oak. So right now it's kind of died. It's all dead.
Yeah.
So we can actually get in there and start looking for this stuff. So that's in the future. So
Yeah.
that's something we got going on. There was actually a pterodactyl sighting. Want to get into that?
Yeah,
a little bit.
let's get into
Let's
it.
see who's in here though. Martha, welcome. Pappy Two Bears, welcome.
The Lady in the Woods.
Lady in the Woods, welcome. Thank you for
Hello.
joining. Let's see who else. Pammy, welcome. Again, guys, if you guys can share the stream out, please do. We appreciate it. Adolf says those rock carvings are about at least 10,000 years old. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, Adolf. We got to go find those other ones.
And didn't the property owner mention that there's like a little creek or something, a lake, a body of water?
He said that there was a pond, but we haven't seen a pond. He said there is a pond up there, but I don't remember seeing a pond. So that's something else we got to look into. Yeah, so let's talk about the pterodactyl. I got a pterodactyl sighting back in September, about the end of September. It's actually here in town, and the story goes, her and her husband had a bonfire in the backyard. They were having a bonfire. They were just relaxing, and about 11 o'clock, her husband got tired and he went inside to go to bed, but his wife stayed outside with the little dog they had. And so she was out there by herself with the little dog, and she was just out there laying down enjoying the bonfire. And I believe she said it was about 12:31 in the morning, she hears this loud shrieking sound, like a yelling shriek sound.
Mm-hmm.
And then she also heard, like you know how when you
the wings flapping.
Yeah, your wings that you can hear the flap. She can hear it flapping, and she got up, and the dog actually ran towards it jumped off her and ran towards the sliding door. She was all like, "What's going on?" And she's looking up in the sky, and she sees this big old black bird. She said it was at night, of course, early in the morning, but it was black. She said it had long wings, it had a long body, and she also noticed that it was either reflecting light on the bottom side of
the belly,
the chest part.
Mm-hmm.
It was reflecting light or it was illuminating light. Okay, and she said it just flew right over. She saw it real quick, and it was heading towards the Kings River. Okay, and she could hear it was shrieking, and I asked her, was it an owl? And she goes, it was not an owl. I'm familiar with owls. It's not an owl. And this bird was big. And I go, okay, there's a lot of cranes in our area. I go, was it a crane? She goes, no, it wasn't a crane because the body wasn't. It's almost similar, but it wasn't a crane. She said this thing was bigger than the crane. Okay, and the wingspan was very long. It was very wide. Yeah, and it was loud. Whatever it was loud. She ran in. You know, she saw it. And she ran into the house. She opened the door. The little dog ran to her daughter and jumped on her daughter's. And her daughter caught the dog, and she ran in and talked to her to wake up her husband.
Yeah.
And she was out of breath, and she was trying to wake him up. So she wakes him up. She's like, "What's going on?" And she tells her husband what she saw, and she said, "I think I saw a pterodactyl."
Yeah.
And to her, it resembled a pterodactyl. Now, to me, that's not uncommon. You know, I've been hearing.
Yeah, we've been hearing
sightings of pterodactyl along the Kings River in this area. So it doesn't surprise me. I wish we could actually see one and get a picture of one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So there was a pterodactyl sighting or a large bird sighting at the end of September here in town. So that's kind of exciting.
And it's always at night. And it's, again, hearing her story and connecting the dots with other similar stories. I mean, they always talk about the reflective valley.
And that's what I've heard also. Yeah, it's illuminating light or it's reflecting light.
Yeah.
So, and Pictograph Mountain, I heard a story. The Thunderbird, it could be a pterodactyl, I don't know, but there are reports of a large bird in that area. And the same thing, that's when she said it's illuminating light or it had light, I heard that before around Pictograph Mountain. There's been a sighting of one out there. It says that it's illuminating light. This bird is illuminating light somehow.
Yeah.
So, and it's from the belly and the chest area. You know, it's like I don't know, but it's from underneath. So it didn't surprise me when she said that.
It didn't surprise us, but we're kind of connecting the dots, right? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so we got another witness experiencing or witnessing the same things that another person has already experienced before. So
and we've heard,
yeah. So I mean, it's kind of hard to disbelieve that. So there's got to be something out there at night. So we probably got to do a little sky watching at night. Hopefully, we could get something with night vision.
Yeah.
Because I mean that'll probably be our best bet since it's black and
color. She said it was dark. You know, she can see the outline of it, but it was dark. It was black. Hello, Blue Idaho. Hello, Shane. Welcome. Foxy Escapes. Welcome. So and there's been another pterodactyl sighting back in September in another town that's about 15 minutes from us. And that one was in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That one was in the day, and she lives near the Kings River. So again, I mean,
was this the one in Selma?
It was in Kingsburg. It was near Kingsburg.
Okay, so
on the outskirts of Kingsburg.
But then again, there's that big old pit. Remember, I believe we drove through there.
The big old pit.
And we thought it was like a blood pit for an old dairy or something like that.
Yeah.
But we just don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's on the between Kingsburg and Selma. That's on the
Yeah.
So so.
I mean, something could be hiding in there too. I mean,
yeah, you can't. It's almost. It has like what do you call it? Like not a levee. It's not a levee. It's like from the road you can't see in. So it's the.
It's built up and then it goes down.
And it goes down, but you can't see into from the roads. You can't see it. You can't see what's
But there's a big water canal there,
mm-hmm.
So there's water there.
Yeah, and that's all private property. We can't get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard to get in there.
I'm sorry, I can't read none of that. I need my glasses.
Let's see here. So we wanted to talk about the pterodactyls sightings, and then I got a Bigfoot and UFO story for you guys. So I told a couple of weeks back now. My uncle I had told actually my mom saw my aunt, and my aunt told my mom about this story that my uncle heard from one of his hunting buddies, and the story goes, and it was in Courtright Reservoir. The location is Courtright Reservoir, and Adolf is familiar with that area. That's where he had his alien encounter. And so what happened is that my uncle's buddy told him the story of that he was out there fishing early in the morning, about 3 in the morning, or a little bit after 3 in the morning. He was out there at Courtright Reservoir fishing, and then all of a sudden from the sky, this light comes out of the sky and dives straight into the lake, into the reservoir. Goes in, and he's all like, what's going on, you know? So this gentleman is observing in the where the light went in the lake to see what happens next. You know, he's already surprised. He's like shocked at what he saw, and so he's still fishing. You know, he has his line out, casted out. But a few minutes later, on the same side where he's fishing, like I don't know how many yards down, I'm not sure, but on the same side of where he's fishing, he starts hearing snapping, and it's getting louder, and it's coming out from behind, you know, from the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So he's hearing like something big is coming through the forest. So he's hearing all these snapping and branches crunching, and all of a sudden, he tells my uncle that he sees a man. He tells him it wasn't a man. He goes, but it's shaped like a man, but it was really big and black and dark. I can see the outline of it. It comes out of the forest, and it walks towards the lake, and it picks up this huge boulder and throws it into the reservoir, into the lake where the light dove in. So he said it picked it up, threw it like nothing, where the light went in, and at that point he reeled in his fishing line. He said quietly, I backed out of there, got in my truck, and hauled out. You know, he got the hell out of there. And he told my uncle, I'm never going back to that area again, never. And my uncle is the type, he's a hunter. He's never had any experiences. He doesn't believe in that stuff. And I've told my uncle that area is a hot spot for paranormal, Bigfoot sightings, dogman sighting. It's a hotspot area. But my uncle doesn't believe me, but now he heard it from one of his buddies. So it's like, okay, something's going on.
Definitely something going on.
Yep. So that was a story that just came to us a couple of weeks ago. I've never been out to Courtright.
Me neither. So this.
Yeah. So we need to go out there and check this out.
Yeah, because I'm not familiar with that whole area, and I would really like to go out to more or less where this gentleman was fishing and looking around. I mean, like I previously had mentioned to you in one of our like little get-togethers, like if this thing threw a big boulder out into the reservoir, hopefully it's at a reasonable distance where we could like observe this really big boulder, let's say 10 feet.
Yeah, so we can get an idea of how big these rocks are, you know.
Yeah.
I've never been out there. Adolf's been out there. You know, he's had an encounter out there. Adolf, I don't know if it was by the dam. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to get a hold of my uncle, see if I can get a hold of him and ask him if he has any more details of that story, or maybe give me the number of that gentleman so I can talk to him, so you can get some more details.
Another thing too that we could probably go out, maybe not too far into that forest area, and look for those snapped branches, trees, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So we could get a man and get footprints.
Yeah.
Cast them.
Yeah, that too. Adolf, they close the road. I need to take you guys there before they close the road. Oh man, they close the road out there
For the winter?
Yeah, I guess so. All right, we're gonna have to get up there as soon as we can. There's another one that I've heard. Washawn Lake. I've never been there. I know it's up north from us here.
Mm-hmm.
Washawn Lake. One of my friends actually found a print out there at one of the areas that they camp, and they want to actually take me out there and check that area out. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks I can go up there with Sean Lake and check that area out. Um, so yeah, that's been going on.
Yeah, a lot of activity, man.
Yeah.
You see, and it's kind of hard to not believe all this evidence, all these people coming out and telling you their experiences.
Yeah.
Because these are people that experience their own things, and we hear it from one person, we hear it from another, and they don't know each other.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't know each other, and it all makes sense. Are they seeing the same thing? Probably not. But is it widespread where there's different colonies? There's uh, different locations,
Yeah.
living in different areas of here the valley. I mean, it can be.
Yeah, and then just recently I heard about another possible activity up by Dunlap,
Oh yeah,
up
yeah,
this other direction now. Dunlap area. I'm hearing. I heard. I saw some pictures of it. Looks like possible prints, and actually my cousin lives up in that area. Well, he has a cabin up in that area, and I was up there about 3 weeks ago, looking for rock stacks. Remember those rock stacks that we've seen?
The little structures.
So I wanted to see if they were still around or they were gone or what's going on. And I didn't see any, but when I got to my cousin's cabin, I started noticing stuff behind this cabin. It looked like a blind, like a structure, like a blind. There was a fallen tree that had fallen over, and so I went over there, and me and my cousin were up there looking around, and it was behind this house, and we're just looking at that tree because it had fallen over. It was a big tree, but it was a dead tree, and we were just looking at it because if it would have fallen the other way, it would have fallen close to his cabin.
Yeah.
So we were just looking, and then I was noticing. Like near it was this like a blind, like a structure, and I'm telling him, dude, I go, that looks like a structure to me. It looks like a structure, and it's not like a human structure. It's more like the blinds that supposedly Bigfoot make. So I'm looking around this area, and I get on top of this big old tree to walk on it, and on this other side, this whole grassy area. It's like a little round area, grass. It's all flattened down like something was laying there. It's something big. And I show my cousin, I go, dude, it looks like something's laying here at times because it's all smashed down. Looks like a bedding.
Yeah.
And then I go, across the street from him is a creek. Remember that creek?
Yeah.
We went out there?
Yeah.
There's a creek out there, and there's a lot of water running right now. And I know there's berries down there, and there's apples. There's an apple tree down there. So, I walked down there with my cousin. I go, let's go over here where the creek across the street. Let's go check this out. See if I see anything else.
Yeah.
So we went. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. So we left it at that. So this weekend, my aunt went up there because she has a cabin nearby also. And she sent me a picture. And the picture, it looks like a footprint on her property. Now it's near this creek also. And she sent me quite a few pictures. One of them clearly looks like a print, but it looks like it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
And my cousin and my aunt, they don't go every day. They go every other weekend, I could say. They're here and there. It depends on their schedule. They're up there at the cabins. But she was there, so she sent me them yesterday, and there's 4 of them. One of them clearly looks like a print. And then she says, I asked her, well, do you see anything else out of the ordinary? Can you go around your property and check? And she tells me, well, we have a lot of berries right now, and our apple tree is full of apples. So that's a possibility.
There's a food source there.
Food source, yeah.
Yeah, there's a food source.
And then I was going back on my text, and from my cousin, after we had gone to his cabin, a week later, he sent me another picture that there was a rock stack along the road. And I go, okay, that rock stack, is it right across from that blind that we saw, or where that fallen tree is? He said it's right across from it. So there's a possibility that
That's
it's around there.
and especially if they know that nobody's there.
Yeah, yeah.
They're hanging out. They're probably keeping an eye on that general area.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I think they are, and I think So I need to go back up there and look around.
Yeah. Shoot, I wouldn't go by myself.
No, I'm not gonna go by myself.
I wouldn't go by myself.
Hello, Mid South.
Fix the screen.
What screen? What screen? Fix what screen? Hello, John. Hello, Jamie. Welcome. So that's what's going on with that. Kings River. I'm getting a lot of reports from the Kings River near us about helicopter.
Yeah.
And howling. There's howling going on right here near town. It's not coyotes. There's the gentleman that's been texting me and calling and we're communicating with. He actually recorded some of these howls and he says these are coyotes. And yeah, we know what coyotes sound like. They're a pack of coyotes. He goes, that's not what we're hearing. And he actually sent me a link to a video. He goes, this is what I'm hearing late at night. And it's coming out of the river. And it actually sounds big. It sounds like a like a werewolf, like a big howl. And we've been down there.
Yeah.
We walked that whole area. We know there's
something there.
There's something there or some things there. More than one, possibly. I already heard other reports of small shadow figures running in the alleys at night, and then they run into the orchards, but they're all black, so they're calling them shadow figures.
Mm-hmm.
So this gentleman is telling me that at the beginning of this month, stuff's been going off the charts. Like, he's been hearing the howling. And then he's been seeing helicopters. One helicopter, late at night, and he's telling me that it's flying like in the movies, like when they're in canyons, like low.
Like scanning.
Yeah, like scanning the river. And I'm telling him, I go, well, unless it's not like the PD, the police department, or he goes, no, it's a small helicopter. It's like
and it has no lights, right?
It has 2 white lights, I think he said.
2 white lights?
Yeah, like a white strobing light, but he says that it's low. He goes, it's low. It's like just flying along the river, back and forth. And he's noticed it twice already this month. And then the water is low right now in the Kings River, and he's also noticed a boat. And there hasn't been any boats on that river as far as I know, because the water is low. But he noticed this boat the other day that had a bunch of lights.
And it wasn't a sheriff.
He said it wasn't sheriff. It wasn't sheriff. It possibly can be people just, launching the boat. But like I told you, the water is low right now.
Probably less
now.
Less than 10 feet.
Yeah. So I mean, it's possibly they're just it's nothing, but it's kind of weird right now because usually there's no boats on the river right now.
Their boat.
So I don't know, something's going on down the river. I told him to let me know
next time.
Yeah, next time he hears these helicopters or whatever, so I can go out there and try to catch it on film.
Yeah.
So that's going on the Kings River. So I don't know. I mean, I hear a lot of stories about these camel guys going after these Bigfoot, these creatures, these private organizations. I mean, I don't know if that's what's going on here. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
I just hear these stories, so I'm just letting you guys know what's going on here. But this whole area has been active. It's crazy active. So
yeah, and who would have known that we had this much activity in our backyard?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to watch the History Channel and hear all these awesome reports, but in other states and other parts of the other countries, and I mean, to find out that we have a lot of strange things going on in our own backyard.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I find it very fascinating.
Bigfoot Odyssey is in the house. Welcome, Bigfoot Odyssey. Again,
Hello.
thank you. Thank you for having us on your show. If you guys missed it in the chat, if you guys missed the show, we were on Bigfoot Odyssey a couple of days ago. Go check it out. Awesome group. Thank you again, Bigfoot Odyssey. Squatch Zone is in the house. Welcome, Alan. So yeah, guys, the ones that came in late, we were talking about EVPs. We were getting I was going back into one of our videos. It's titled "In the Trees," and I was hearing. I captured some EVPs on that one video. Around the 12 minute 32 second mark in that video, you can clearly hear something say they see me, or I see you, or something like that. But you can clearly hear it. If you want to go check that out, it's in the video "In the Trees," the 12 minute 32 second mark. You can go check that out. So yeah, so that's been going on. How's it going, Alan? Mid-South, welcome.
I'm having a hard time reading.
So, you have anything that you wanted to?
No, but just to get back to a lot of these reports, I mean, I know I've been very busy with work, and we usually like to go out there as a team.
Yeah.
Just for safety. I mean, always having an extra set of eyes is always good when we're out there, because we never know. I mean, we never know what could be out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're out there by yourself, I mean, it poses a big safety concern for us. And I mean, I'd rather go out there three people at a time, like I said, for safety reasons. And I would definitely like to go out there and explore that mountain once again, and hopefully we get a call from the gentleman you spoke to about the Kings River.
Yeah.
And we'll go out there. I mean, we're not too far from the Kings River. I think you're maybe 3 minutes. I'll probably be less than 2 minutes from the Kings River. So we'll get there in time if something is going on, and capture that on video or grab some pictures. But and like I also mentioned earlier, we got to go out there at night and do some sky watching and see what it is that we get with the night vision. Hopefully, we could get a glimpse of this big bird.
Yeah, and it's hard because of your schedule and my cousin's schedule also. Bigfoot Odyssey made a comment here. Where's it at? We're going to get you guys, the whole crew, for a report. Yeah, Bigfoot Odyssey. Yeah, Carrie, whenever. Hopefully we can schedule it when Jesus is not working. And maybe my cousin also. So
that'd be great.
So we can all be on there. We appreciate it. Let's see here.
I'm sorry, I can't read the chat. The letter.
Fabian said his wife said that there was a lot of noises along the Kings River behind the college. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we believe something's out there along the Kings River. And that's a place I need to go. We need to go out there and walk along the Kings River.
Yeah.
We haven't gone because of the water issue.
The water was so high. But now that it's low.
Yeah, it's been crazy the last couple of weeks. We haven't really been going out. We haven't even gone back to the bridge. It's been hard, trying to get back out there.
The bridge, man.
You don't want to go to Snake Road.
No, for real. I really don't. I'll go to the bridge, but I won't go to. Oh, sorry. I won't go to Snake Road. I won't. Yeah.
And there's a haunted forest out there they're having today. this month. Remember the Hobbs?
Oh, Hobbs Grove,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's
that's
right near Snake Road.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, anywhere but Snake Road. I don't want to go there no more.
So Fabian said that the noises were happening today.
Today.
What kind of noises? Fabian, what kind of noises? Tell us in the chat. Was it like yelling? Was it whistling? Was it tree snaps? Was it rock throwing? What, was it wood knocking?
Hey, now that you mentioned the rocks being thrown, you were talking to this gentleman over by the Kings River, and you explained to him that there was a video, or you had seen a video where there's somebody parked near this peach field, and they're recording, and all of a sudden they get a rock thrown at him, and he gets really excited because that only proves his theory that there is definitely something out there.
Yes.
You know, at night.
Yeah, it was like a confirmation for him because he's been hearing all this stuff. And when I told him that story, that this video, I've seen this video that a friend showed me. I'm not gonna say who because I didn't get his permission, but I did see a video and it shows from that area rock being thrown at the vehicle.
Yeah.
So he just, he got so excited. It's like it was a confirmation for him that he knows there's something out there. And I told him, yes, there is. Keep your eyes and your ears open. And we talked a little bit more, and he's gonna get in touch with me, text me and stuff if he sees anything out of the ordinary. So hopefully we can get some footage.
Yeah, because I mean, would it be a person? It's hard to say because that whole field is fenced off.
Yeah.
And there's barbed wire all around.
I mean, you can say there's kids that can be in there, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
Honestly, I don't think it is. I don't think it's kids. I mean, there's a possibility it could be, but the stories that I'm hearing, I don't think it's kids.
No.
You
why would they be out there anyway? It's.
I mean, why would you even jump a fence when there's an area where you can just walk back into the river and it's no fence? There's no fence.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even make sense. You can walk that direction instead of jumping a fence.
Yeah.
With barbed wire. There's barbed wire along.
And there was no fruit at the time there, right?
No. I don't believe.
I think they were thinning.
I think they were thinning out the trees, I think so.
They were thinning out the trees. So.
Yeah. That was I think that was earlier in the year when I saw that video. So yeah. So right now, if you pass through there, you can't see. The trees are full with leaves, and I think they just went in and picked. But you can't see if there's anything down there. You just it's hard to see if there's you can't see. It's just it's hard to see in there. It was moving in the brush, Fabian. But what sounds did it make? Like what kind of sound? You just heard something moving in the brush. Snaps. You heard wood snaps? Gotta go check it out. Thank you, everybody that's in here. Thank you for
thanks a lot, man. We enjoyed
coming by,
this.
hanging out. Trying to see if there was anybody have any questions. Hello, Ray the Fam, welcome. So yeah, that's why we've been taking a while. We haven't done our live stream in a while because our work schedules are all crazy. It's been kind of hard to get together.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for us? When will?
No, I saw Tammy Clyde.
Uh-huh.
Bigfoot would bang on bananas. Well, I wonder if we leave like some sort of food item out by the bridge, if somebody or something would come close to it. If it is one some type of animal.
I'm hesitant on leaving
Food.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to leave food and then they get used to it, and then
It'll hurt somebody.
if we stop giving it food, then what?
It's gonna end up hurting somebody. Maybe.
I mean, I don't.
Never mind.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm on the edge on leaving food out there for Christina and Sands. I will watch your video and try to help with the EVPs. That would be great. I mean, if you have an audio enhancing program or something, that would be great. And maybe you can clear it up a little bit. Maybe we can figure out what those EVPs are saying. That would be awesome. Maybe you could do that. I mean, you don't have to, but
that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Great.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah, Adolf, we'll get a hold of you and Alan so we can set a date so we can go out there before they close that road up there. That'd be awesome. But I don't want to stay the night, Adolf. I don't want to stay the night up there. I'll go for the day. Let's see. Yeah, there's a delay, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Adolf says a lot of people gift them, but I don't think it's a good thing because they expect it all the time. Yeah, never mind.
That's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
I don't think we're gonna gift them, especially food. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, never mind.
No, let me tell you a story about the Kings River. So we remember when we went. We took your kids. We went out there.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so this is the last story probably because we're at the 47-minute mark.
Yeah, so, now I gotta go.
Okay, so we were down there. We took Jesus' kids. We all went down there to investigate that area, look around, shoot a video, and I think it's I can't remember the title of it, but it's one of the videos. It's a Kings River investigation, and I think I can't remember the title of it.
I don't remember the title.
Man,
is it the one where we thought it was a rock?
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a rock because.
Oh, so this is what happened. So we get there, and we're going. Oh yeah, we were going to debunk that previous video. Remember, everybody was seeing.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we went out there to debunk the previous video because I think the video was titled "What is this?" It looks like somebody's standing there.
Yeah, next to the fence, right?
Yeah, next to the fence. So that's when me and Jesus and we took the kids. We went out to debunk it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get there, we start walking in down the river, and right off the bat, a red-tailed hawk starts circling us. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it's circling us, and we get down there, and we're going down the river, and we pass this area where there's a big old log, crossing the river, the sand, and we pass through there, and we're going along, taking pictures, observing everything. Along the river, looking for structures, and we came to a point where we saw a print. It looked like a print.
Yeah, it looked like a print.
It looked like a print, and you wanted to cast it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, well, yeah, let's do it. So you got your equipment now. You started casting it, and I'm always looking around. I'm always looking behind us because I feel like when we're out there, something's watching us. I just had a feeling. And I'm always having my head on a swivel, like I want to, I'm looking around. So I look back from where we came from, and that big old log was across the river, but I noticed like something was like crouched behind it, like trying to hide behind it. It looked to me, and I can see like a cone shape like a head. It was like a cone-shaped head, all black. You can see all this and the shoulders and half the chest. To me, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see the face because this thing was all black. And it looked like it was like this. And then I'm looking at it. It's like, I don't remember seeing that when we passed through there. So then I asked your daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I go, I asked her, look over there and tell me if you see anything. I just said that. I didn't tell her what to look for. I just said, look over there and tell me if you see anything. And right away she said, yeah, that thing. I go, what thing? And she's pointing, that black thing. And I go, what black thing? The black thing behind that tree log or the branch. And that's when I said, I said, okay. And that's when you said, what are you guys looking at? And then your little boy, he's looking over there. Yeah. And then you get up and you look, right?
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, you have binoculars or something like that. Let me see your binoculars. I go, duh, I have binoculars in my backpack. Because this was about what? How long?
It was pretty far.
It was about what? 100 yards? Like a football field or less?
It was about a football field.
About 100 yards. So you took out the binoculars, and I was getting ready to take pictures. But then you looked at it, and what you see?
A rock.
You said you saw a rock.
Yeah, it's just a rock.
So then I was gonna take pictures, and when he said it was a rock, forget it. I ain't gonna take pictures.
Yeah.
So I put my phone down and I started recording again with the video camera, but I didn't record that. I didn't take pictures of that. So we left the cast and we started walking, and then we came to a dead end. Right?
Yeah.
We came to a dead end. We made a U-turn and came back, and we're walking back towards the cast, and all of a sudden your daughter's all, it's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. And I totally had forgotten about looking over there. And I go, what are you talking about? She goes, it's not there. She's pointing. It's not there anymore. The black thing is not there anymore. And I look over there, and it wasn't there anymore. Right?
Yeah. But I clearly remember seeing a rock.
Yeah.
It was a rock.
And then in that other video, when we went to debunk that, it looked like something standing there, I clearly saw a burnt tree trunk. So I think there has to be something.
There has to be something there, because when we did the side-by-side comparison of what looked or what appeared to be there to me in scale, it was almost twice my height.
Yeah.
And the width.
And the width also.
Yeah, so it wasn't a person.
Yeah, and if you go back into I think it was my brother that was with me, the original first outing that we went out there to that area, my brother was with me. And that's when I took the video, and I was taking the picture or a video of this leaner. And behind it, that's where I thought when I was out there it was a burnt tree trunk. But when I did the video, it looks like a person standing there. And sure enough, people started commenting, hey, there's something back there. What is it? And it looks like something's there. But in that original video, my brother was down below that area where this thing was. I don't know. It wasn't a burnt tree trunk, because when we went back there was no burnt tree trunk.
No, there was nothing back there.
So my brother was down below walking, and I was over here filming this leaner. If you slow down the video, if you have an ability to slow down the video, in that moment you can see like its head, not the body, but its head slightly turned to look towards my brother. But you have to have the ability to slow down that video, and you'll see it. It moves its head like very slightly. You can see a very slight movement of the head to get a look of my brother, because he was down below and he was also looking at me. So I'm thinking that it was something there. And then I went like this, to record behind me. Then I came back, and then now it's a different color. But one of my friends told me that, it probably, when your brother left that area and you turned around to film behind you, it probably turned around, and it probably has a different shade on its back. The hair is probably a different shade.
Yeah.
And that's why it looks different, which makes sense to me. I mean, it was still there, but the top looked different when I came back. The top looked different.
Yeah.
And there was these big holes in this large grass
Yeah.
Remember seeing those
Behind,
holes?
yeah,
There
the
was these
tall
big
grass.
old holes, like something
Going
big
through
going through there.
Yeah, because I went back up there to get into that location where that shadow figure was. I'm gonna say a shadow figure was. I mean, it was hard. It took me at least a good 10 minutes to get up there because there was a lot of sharp rocks and a lot of loose rocks. It was not easy. It was not easy going up there
Yeah.
and standing where this thing was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what it is or what it was.
Well, there's something there. Hopefully we can get back down there soon and go check out those areas again.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all we got for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for coming in.
Thank you, everyone.
We appreciate it. Thank you to the moderators. Thanks for keeping the chat going. Let's see, Adolf. So they got good heart or something. Okay. Okay, they're talking about something.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. Until the next time. I don't know when it's going to be.
Yeah.
It depends on our schedules. But until the next time. Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye.